This video really needs to come with a warning label because I am so freaking tired. I have not slept properly in like 3 days, and really annoying neighbours that decide to use all the tools to start drilling at stupid o'clock in the morning. Thank you. If I do fall asleep halfway through the video, I apologise, but I will try my best not to. Let's try and get into it. So yeah, it's the run-up to February PlayStation Plus. We already know the games are being revealed tomorrow. There's one game that's already fully confirmed, but we've got loads of other stuff to talk about, including rumours for a PS4/PS5 game that's also got VR built into it. Yeah, a lot to take in, as well as some free bonus content on FIFA and a load of other stuff as well. Now, before we get into it, if you guys are looking to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships, if you're looking to get PSN credit on the cheap or pre-order games or just get a really decent discount on any games that you're looking for, make sure you check out the sponsor Instant Gaming. There's a link in the description that will give you a little bit more of a discount as well. But let's get into it. Now, first things first. We didn't get to do the drop again this week, but I'll be honest, there is a new game that's actually coming out this week that looks pretty cool, that definitely looks like it could be worth a play, and it's available across all platforms as well, and it's a game called Gods Will Fall. Now, Gods Will Fall is a high-stakes dark fantasy action game. It looks pretty cool, it's quite cartoony, and when you actually look at the website, it's actually developed by a Manchester-based company, and I actually live in Manchester myself, which is absolutely crazy. The game itself looks quite cartoony, it looks like a cartoony battle game. It looks like it could be really fun to play, and I'll be honest, it's not one that I've heard of, but when I was looking at what new games are out this week, I came across this one, and it looks very, very intriguing, and it looks like it could be really, really fun to play. But on to the rumours. Now, as I said at the start of the video, this is kind of a PS4/PS5, also /PSVR game, which sounds amazing, and the game itself is absolutely fantastic, and if it's one that you've not played, it's amazing. It's something that I think everyone needs to play. Anyway, so if this comes to PlayStation Plus and this rumour's true, everyone should try it out. And it's for No Man's Sky. Now, funny enough, No Man's Sky has been mentioned over the past year a couple of times, and I'm surprised it wasn't in the PlayStation Plus collection anyway. Now, on day one, this game was poop. It was a load of stuff promised and not much delivered, and over the years, they've kind of updated it to the point where it's the game that it should have been when it was released. If they'd have held back and released it now, with the way that the game is, I think everyone would have absolutely loved it, and not just thought it was an awful, tacky, crappy game like it was on day one. But pretty much, it's probably the biggest game that you could ever play. You start off on a planet, which looks huge as it is, gather materials to fix your spaceship, and when you eventually get to leave the planet, you realise just how big that planet is. But then you go off into space, you see all the asteroids, and then you notice that you're in a little galaxy or whatever, with other planets as well that you can also visit in like real time. Like if you've run out of the booster, it will say it's going to take you 20 minutes or something, but you use your booster and it takes you about 30 seconds to get there. There's no cutscene in between it either. And then you think, wow, this game is huge. But then you realise that every single star in the sky that you can see, you can actually travel to. And there's also planets around those as well. And you get these proper booster things where literally you will zip through and it will be like a cutscene. And it's like what you'd see on like Star Wars or Star Trek or something. And then you'll arrive at another sun with other planets. And the game's that big that it's being said that it's not even possible to visit everything in the game. If you was to walk around a planet, it would take you forever. This in VR is crazy. This on PS5 is amazing with all the next gen boosts, and on PS4 as well, it's amazing. So if this was to come true, I think everybody would love it, and there is something for everyone on it as well. Definitely a really cool game anyway. So curious to see what you guys think. If this rumour comes true, is it something that you'd be happy about, or are you still remembering No Man's Sky as it was on day one? Moving on. The bonus content. Now, it's always nice to get something for free, whether or not it's through PlayStation Plus or another service, and this one is actually through Twitch Prime. Now, don't worry if you don't have an active membership, you can actually get yourself a 30-day free trial down in the description, where once you've linked it over and you go on, you can get tons of free stuff, including the stuff that we're going to talk about today. As I said again at the start of the video, there's some free stuff available for FIFA 21. If you're a FIFA player and you're looking to get some free packs, you can actually manage to get yourself an over 81 rated player card that you get to pick yourself, 4 rare player gold items, and there's something to do with team of the year players as well. I've not played FIFA in a while, so some of it these days I don't really understand, but I used to play Ultimate Team, but that was back in like FIFA 16, and I've not really played FIFA that much since. But apart from FIFA, there is a load of other free stuff for a load of other games as well, so either way, it's definitely worth checking out. Again, link in the description to get yourself a 30-day free trial to claim all of it. You guys are always asking, what am I playing? Whether or not it's through Twitter, YouTube comments, Discord or whatever, and this week I discovered a new PC game which is pretty crazy, which if you guys have got a laptop, even if it's a low-end laptop, you could possibly play this with us as well, and it's a game called Tabletop Simulator. Now this is pretty much what it sounds like. It's literally just a tabletop that you play with on your laptop, but it's got a workshop where you can import everything over. So if you like card games, you can play those. If you like Dobble, that sort of stuff, Cards Against Humanity, which we've actually been playing. If you're a D&D player, we're looking to set up a D&D game through this, which is amazing because you don't need to buy anything. Once you've got the game, and the game's like £6, everything's kind of free to import over. I was literally sat yesterday playing Pokemon trading card game, and it was amazing. I love it because it's got every single pack that you can kind of just open, and it's still luck of the draw to what you actually get out of it. So you could literally sit there just opening packs looking for a Charizard, which I actually managed to get after about 400 packs. But yeah, it's definitely worth the play, and I'll be talking a little bit more about it, about joining it if you're interested, towards the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. On to my predictions. There's 2 massive games that I'm going to go for. The first one is Spider-Man. Now, I've mentioned Spider-Man quite a few times, simply because it should be a free PlayStation Plus game anyway. To go in the predictions, the kind of games that we've been getting recently, it's a perfect match. Think about it, PS5 come out, we've got Miles Morales, we've got Spider-Man Remastered, so to give away the standard Spider-Man away on PS4 for everyone else, it kind of would make perfect sense, and I don't see why they haven't done it anyway. But it's a massive open world game where you play Spider-Man, you get to get new abilities, kind of progress through it. It's pretty cool, and it's definitely worth a play anyway. But the second one that I'm going to go for personally is Far Cry 5. With the release of Far Cry 6 upcoming at some point quite soon, Far Cry 5 I think will get people hyped for it. Now with the Far Cry games, it's a little bit hit and miss for me personally. It's another one of them games like Fallout where I tend to pick them up and play them but never stick with them. I think the last one that I actually played was Far Cry New Dawn, and it was the same thing again. I think I played it for about 3 or 4 days, a grand total of probably about 12, 13 hours or something, and the people that I was playing with got bored of it and stopped playing it. I think it might have been possibly why I stopped playing it as well, because I just got bored trying to play it on my own. So I ended up moving on to other stuff. But either way, Far Cry, it is quite a cool game. It's another big open world game where there's tons and tons of stuff to do. Whether or not it's hunting, whether or not it's taking over little bases, whether or not it's just kind of exploring around and looking for new stuff. It's a cool game that's worth a play anyway, but I will admit it is more fun to play with a friend. Now going back to the D&D and Discord stuff, we're looking at setting up a table to play Dungeons and Dragons. We've got someone that wants to be a dungeon master, which has never done it before, but they're doing a lot of research into it. We've got a few other people from the Discord that are looking to play, as well as a few personal friends as well, but we are looking to extend, get more people in, and if you're interested, make sure you join the Discord. Leave a comment in general, and kind of if a mod spots it, they'll probably invite you into a separate page. We'll probably be looking at setting up a new channel on there anyway that's dedicated towards tabletop sim and possibly just Dungeons and Dragons in general. So if you're a D&D player or ever wanted to play, make sure you jump in there. There's loads of people in there that are tons of fun to play with anyway, and it's always great if you're just looking for someone new to game with, if you're used to just gaming on your own. One final thing to finish up with though, whenever it does come to other gaming news, I've mentioned this before, if I don't post it on YouTube, it usually goes over on Twitter, so if it's just little snippets of news, or just little bits of information on games that I'm personally playing, and it's not something that I'm going to make a video on, that's where the news and info goes, so make sure you join over on there if you're interested. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Again, if you need to renew your PlayStation Plus or you're looking for cheap PSN credit, make sure you get it from Instant Gaming. The link in the description will give you a little bit more of a discount. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys next time.